Files. Welcome back to the Sattler Files. This is Murray Korff, and with me, as is the case every week, is retired Inspector Neil Royle, and he joins us at this time every week, and we chat about all sorts of stuff. Welcome, Neil.
And good morning to you, and looking eye to eye across the table as we are again.
Interesting.
It's like breakfast at Tiffany's just joined half the time. So, yeah, it is. Good way to start the day, Murray. Staring into your little Steely Blues.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we talk about all sorts of things, and I think one of the things that I'd like to raise this morning is the Zero Hero promotion.
Don't you call me names.
The Zero Hero promotion that they're doing as part of the road safety and to combat the road toll. I'd like to seek your views on that.
You don't want to seek my views on this at all because they'll ever shut me up on it. It's going to go on. Where are we going? And I know they're desperate to curb this alarming road toll, which is the term they use to describe a lot of dead people, is alarming. And they've been criticised, government, in the past for all these dollars they got stashed away in the Road Trauma Trust account, which is funds raised from speed and red light cameras. And that's about $1 million a week or thereabouts. So lots of dollars are going in there, and ostensibly it's been to be spent on the road, the driver safety of people on roads. So they come up with this plan, this $4 million plan. Mm-hmm. This is stage one of about a 3 or 4 stage thingo that's going to take place between now and the end of the year. So this stage one, this $4 million stage one is zero heroes. Now, you don't know what a zero. Do you know what a zero hero is? Howard didn't know.
Oh, well, because I'm a bit of a television addict, I actually do know.
Oh, you've seen the ads?
Yeah, and I'm one.
Ad nauseum, it's called, those ads.
That's ad nauseum, yeah, but I'm a zero hero.
I know you would be.
Yeah.
You would be. I don't want to go into my own personal details because I'll become a superhero because I've never had a demerit point in my life. So what the plan is, if you haven't incurred a demerit point in the past 3 years, you are a superhero. And everyone said, oh, that's wow, great. What, do I get a cape or what? No. What happens is the fact that you haven't incurred a demerit point in 3 years and you are a superhero, you should be proud of that feat and go and tell all your friends and those who aren't that flashes drivers that you are a superhero and that you other not so switched on drivers should curb your ways and step up to the mark as I have and become like I am. And that motivates your friends and others to drive responsibly.
The only thing I can say about that is that if you raised that as an issue in a pub, at a bar, it would simply start a fight.
I raised it this morning downstairs here with you and Howard, and you both stared at me and did lots of blinks. I thought, what the hell?
Oh, look, I think it's... Now, you may be, because you're very knowledgeable, you may be able to answer a question I have about this particular thing, the ads I've seen on television.
Yes.
How do they know who's driving the car? Because to explain to everybody, they have their name up on these mobile signboards, right? So
I think that's a bit of...
Congratulations, whatever the person's name is, you're a zero hero. Thank you for being a zero hero.
I thought that was quite eerie too. I thought, wow, how do they know who that guy is in that car there? But I thought, wow, this is very clever. Yeah, and it must cost some squillings, these message boards with these people's names on them. Yeah. I think that could be a bit of advertising license there, Murray, my boy. I think so.
Right.
The minister, the police minister, the road safety minister, and other thing that Lisa Harvey currently is, was asked a question. And these people, these zero heroes, we have, they are zero heroes by virtue of the fact they haven't incurred demerit point for 3 years. So if you get demerit points for driving badly, why can't you get merit points for driving well and not incurring demerit points for 3 years? So when you become a super zero hero, then you might get a discount from your driver's license. The response to that was quite intriguing.
Yes, that's right. Well, of course, for us seniors, we don't pay anyway, but that's...
Don't you?
No.
I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. Actually, when I went to get a driver's license, they said, you don't need to pay for your driver's license now. I said, wow. They said, do you want a 1 year one or a 5 year one? I said, give me the 5 immediately.
Give me 5.
Give me the 5 year one. But the minister, in her infinite wisdom, has said that no, there won't be any discount for driver's licenses because these people are rewarded enough in knowing that they are indeed responsible road users and they are contributing to making our roads safe to be on.
Well, here's my take on it. And as you... I'm not a cynical person, as you know, but I have to say this whole concept is the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It will make no difference and it will start bar fights. I can just imagine going up to a guy in a bar and saying, "Now look, I know that you're an irresponsible driver,
rightly so.
and I'm a zero hero," and you wouldn't get much further than that because you'd be flat out in the slops tray, wouldn't you?
And the sign on your chest saying, "Don't put your feet on my face, please."
Honestly,
I don't
Neil,
get that. Who's thought this one up? Where's this coming from?
I want to know because he's taking money under false pretences if he got paid for it. It is just stupid, and I cannot believe that they've even committed money to this. It really is so lame. It really is lame.
It is. And so, even the reward there, apart from the fact you've got this notoriety of being a zero hero, which you wouldn't dare talk about with anybody.
No, you would not.
You have, there's those out there who are not zero heroes that are the ones that are getting around the place killing people and driving drunk and driving drugs in them and speeding and not wearing, and all that. Those ones there who are not zero heroes, forgive me for being perhaps a little bit cynical, why are we not targeting them?
I've got no idea.
Why is that money for that to go through to attack those guys who are not zero heroes? For those guys who are out there, and don't lose sight of the fact you can reward and pat people on the back for being good drivers, but don't lose sight of the fact bad drivers kill good ones, and they always have and always will. Yeah. So
there's no call to action there. There's nothing.
There's nothing. This is just feel good thing, and it's got national recognition in media. Oh. West Australia has a national safe driving road safety first. Spare me.
Look.
Spare me.
It really is all about people who write ads.
I can write an ad.
Well, look, once again, it's just self-congratulating nonsense. It really is. There's no call to action. It won't work. It won't do anything.
How are they going to measure success for that anyway? How will they measure the success? That's part of the deal when they have any project, of course, in government, is what expected outcomes are, what the KPIs are going to be.
Yeah, we've heard all those. Yeah.
All those sort of good buzzwords that we use. And how are they going to measure this?
It's a crock. It is really a crock.
Right, so it's money not well spent. Go and find something else. Give it to the coppers to enforce and get the ones off the road who are not zero heroes.
Let's get a few more marked police cars. Oh, did I say that?
No, you can't say that. It sounds like me.
Study yourself like
me, right? Get my bandwagon, thank you.
Okay, now on another more serious note, because I'm sorry, but that zero hero thing is frivolous, and I refuse to talk about it and give it any more time.
Well, yeah, I said don't get me started, so that's the first thing you did is get me started.
What about that police officer in Queanbeyan in the ACT who chased a driver for avoiding a breathalyzer, the booze bus, and then rushed up to him with his gun drawn, tapped on the window, and
with the barrel,
dragged him out of the car and handcuffed him.
Yes.
Now I thought that was a bit extreme for just dodging a booze bus. Shouldn't dodge booze buses.
True,
but that was a bit extreme, wasn't it? Neil?
Well, if that's the message they're trying to get across, that if you fail to stop at a booze bus, that's what's going to happen to you. It's a real good message in there, right? Because this guy had to put I saw the footage, and yes, indeed, it's all captured on the patrol car's dash cam, which you spoke about last time we were on air.
We did.
And looking at it, all I can think is, and because to my mind, it is over the top, absolutely over the top. This is a guy that's dodged a booze bus for whatever reason. You know, he might be intoxicated, he might have a driver's license, whatever it is. He might be a murderer, he might be an escapee. Who knows? Yeah. I know all those might be there, but the fact of the matter is he's failed to stop at a booze bus, and they have interceptor cars sitting off booze buses, as we all do. For just that reason. So he hadn't stopped. He has finally stopped a kilometre away or something or other when the lights and sirens come on. He stopped. Yeah. So then the cop's out there tapping on the window with his gun and pointing the gun. Out comes guy with his hands up, lies face on the ground, gets a knee in his back and gets handcuffed. That, to my mind, is over the top. But all I can think of when I look at the footage is the reason why is I didn't see any partner. There was no police partner there. So
right, okay. So he's
working on his own, which wouldn't happen in this state. There's always two for that reason. And I would think then that's why he's made sure he's within the vision of his dash cam. But that sort of stuff, whether that's their procedure in Queensland when you're working on your own, I don't really know. But I would think it's quite cowboyish.
Seemed a bit extreme to me.
Me too.
For dodging a booze bus. And particularly since the chase wasn't exactly extensive.
No.
I mean, he did stop.
He did stop, yeah.
And I mean, I think when you think about the events in the United States of recent times with involving police officers and minorities as well, that would be a fairly scary thing. I mean, I reckon if anybody poked a gun in your face, that would be, to me, that would
Absolutely.
be really, really scary.
Well, even that footage there, when he tapped the window with the barrel of the gun, the driver's side window, then told the guy to come out, and the bloke would have had an attack of the vapors. Don't worry about that. Being a goodie or a baddie, you can have an attack of the vapor when someone's going to point the old barrel of a weapon down in your eyeball. Absolutely. So he's pushed the door open real quick. Well, even watching that, I thought, oops, if he'd pushed it open any quicker, it might have hit the gun.
Yes, and then what would have happened? Could have gone off.
Exactly. Yeah, then you've got a situation, you've got to try and justify your actions and justify your means. I don't really get it.
So, Neil, because he drew his gun, and I know it's an Eastern States matter, but would he likely have to front somebody and explain himself?
Yep. I suppose it's the same in Queensland and New South Wales, or ACT in New South Wales, as it is here. But certainly here, you need to report on your use of force, and certainly drawing a firearm is one of those. And you've got to put in a document on why you have done so.
Okay.
And you do need to be justified to use or even present for lethal force. You really do, because where do you go from there? You know, we talk about, they have verbal judo and they have conversation, and you've got hand gestures, and you've got pepper spray, and you've got tasers, then you've got your firearm. So that's the move through on your force options.
Okay, so
you go to the top option first.
Last resort.
Yeah, well, and you've got to say, did the guy fail to stop at the booze bus and go past and fire several shots from a shotgun? I think not.
No. Well,
had that been the case, you wouldn't have seen one copper with the tapping on the window. You've seen about 30 of them, and they'd be doing more than tapping on the window. So I agree, mate. That to my mind, and I don't need to know any more of the story. The footage was enough, unless there's other things we don't know about, but it didn't look that flash.
No, it didn't look that flash at all. But one thing we can talk about is the drug busts that have been going on in Perth in recent weeks as well. They've been quite extensive, haven't they? And involves a fairly high-profile person. Yeah,
well, we don't want to get involved in any football conversation about drug and so forth.
No.
But there's this irresistible inference, if I can use that term, that you have a situation now where a manager of some high-profile
Eagles players.
I wasn't going to say, but I was going to say that the other team that doesn't operate south of the river in this state were those guys there. And Channel 7 weren't backward in coming forward, and Channel 7 are very pro-Eagles, as we all know.
Yeah.
They were very for it. And dobbing in Glenn Jakovich and others. And I thought, well, it's wonderful, but they probably wouldn't have known.
$1 million worth of ice.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, and come on, Channel 7, and probably the police just as bad, detectives carrying out a routine traffic stop.
I was going to ask you.
When detectives ever do routine traffic stops? Never.
No.
Never.
I was going to ask you about that, because that's what they said, that it was a routine traffic stop for a broken taillight. Yeah, sure.
And I could go along with that if they'd said a routine traffic stop, but they said a routine traffic stop by detectives.
Yes. Yeah.
Never in a million years detectives do routine traffic stops.
I didn't think so.
A lot of detectives don't have a driver's license and a little about road rules. I'll put a bit of couch set and a bit of explanation. Their interest in the Road Traffic Act and Road Traffic Code is minimal.
Yeah.
And they will be doing a serious operation concerning the covert operation concerning these persons there, because they knew there's going to be a real big pinch. And good on them for doing so.
Absolutely. I have no criticism at all.
Good on them.
But would you say that, the routine traffic stop part of things was really just to show everybody else out there that saw the television footage that you can get caught with stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get caught with stolen goods.
Yep.
You could get caught with, all sorts of things that even when you do get stopped for a legitimate traffic stop, like a license check or a random breath test or something like that, if they got some suspicions, they can turn your car over.
Absolutely. And that would be the spin on it for sure, that, this was, and you could just be driving along and thinking you're getting away with it, and all of a sudden the police stop you because you've got whatever.
Yeah.
And that's certainly the spin they want to put on it, and that's a good one to have as well, because when you look through the history of heavy-duty traffic or heavy-duty crime busts and so forth, certainly lots and lots and lots are the 1% ones where the copper stopped for a broken tail light, or a number plate light's not working, or he's only got one headlight, or some real minor thing. And as you say, once they stop them, they have reasonable cause to do other things: search, question, person not giving a satisfactory account of themselves, check further, hold them, detain them, and away we go from there.
Yeah.
And they've got murders and bodies and all sorts of stuff in just a standard run-of-the-mill type traffic stops. Woohoo! Love it.
You'd feel your luck had run out if you had a body in the boot, wouldn't you? And you got stopped because you didn't have a tail light working, and then they lifted the boot up and said, hello, hello, hello.
And it just goes to show...
Let me take down your particulars.
Absolutely. It just goes to show that they have scant regard of the law and orders of the land if they kill people. What sort of regard do they have in the scant commodity for traffic laws? None. None whatever.
So cynical for once,
and true.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Give me time next week and I'll do it again.
We will. We will absolutely do that next week again.
Good on you, Murray.
Neil, thanks so much for joining us today. It's been fabulous as always.
And enlightening.
And enlightening, yes, right. It has been indeed enlightening. Not this week.
Good lad.
Talk to you soon.
And
more on the Sattler Files very shortly.
This is the Sattler Files.
DevWright Homes, when you're looking for attention to detail and a uniquely designed home to suit all your needs. At DevWright Homes, we only build a limited number of homes per year, so we can truly focus on what you want out of a prestige home builder. We've continually won awards for excellence, with a record number of wins last year and the proud winner of the Australian Townhouse Villa of the Year. While we love building homes to suit each client, we pride ourselves on designing homes that take into account the special safety needs of some of our clients. If you have a dream, we can make it come true. Talk to Jay Mangano and find out more about DevWright Homes at www.devwright.com.au.
You need banking services of any type. Secure Force Protective Services run a cash and transit service here in Perth. From as little as $25, why risk your employees travelling to the bank when Secure Force can do it for you? Give us a call at 9440-5011.
You only ever want the best for your family, and no one understands this better than the caring ladies at Marina Perslow and Associates. That's why we offer Australia's leading prepaid funeral plan. It means your family won't be left with the added strain of organising your funeral, and everything will be taken care of, all the little details. Your family will have the support they need with a woman's touch and gentle understanding. So leave them with loving memories and leave the rest to us. Visit marinaperslowfunerals.com.au or phone 9388 1623.
I'm John Hughes. If you want a hassle-free, very enjoyable and happy experience when buying your next vehicle, come to me in Victoria Park. I personally train all my salespeople to be non-pushy, friendly and professional, and we always strive to provide first-class before and after-sales service to all of my customers. So choose your dealer before you choose your car. That's John Hughes in Victoria Park, your car buying destination. DL 6061.
This is the Sattler Files.